Hello, welcome back. Let's us continue. Oh, she just walked through a teleporter. That's okay, it's fine. So I kind of derped because I'm a maroon. But that's okay, because we're back playing Half-Life 2. I love how shaky he is with that shotgun. Also, I like the fact that you can pick it up as soon as he moves his ass.
I was afraid we might not make it either. I think the teleport exploded just as we were porting out.
Indeed it did, and the repercussions were felt far and wide, but that was over a week ago.
What do you mean? Gordon and I were just there a minute ago.
Fascinating. We seem to have developed a very slow teleport. This suggests an entirely new line of investigation.
A week? Then what have we missed?
A great deal, my dear. The blow you struck at Nova Prospect was taken as a signal to begin the uprising.
But what about my father?
Well, that is most troubling. According to the Vortigaunts, he is a prisoner at the Citadel.
We've got to get my father out.
Barney has been leading a push with that very aim in mind. And another of your friends arrived several days ago.
Dog, you made it. Good boy.
So there, see? It's not all hopeless.
Wish I shared your optimism, Doctor.
Doc, come in. Are you there? Hey, Doc, are you there?
Yes, Barney, and I'm no longer alone. Alex and Gordon have just arrived.
Well, man, that's good news. I almost gave you guys up for lost. We're planning to set up a staging area for attacking the Citadel.
Gordon and Doc can head your way. I want to get Dr. Kleiner somewhere safer. Then I'll meet up with you.
I'll take all the help I can get. Aw, crap! Incoming! Go on, get going!
Okay, Gordon, you heard him. I'll catch up with you as soon as I get Dr. Kleiner settled.
Just a minute. I can't leave without Lamar.
Oh, no.
Where did she get to?
Alright then.
Gordon, I'll take care of this.
Now we can move. Once Dog... Okay, no, it's not Dog, it's Alex that opens the door.
Take care of yourself.
I haven't played this game 100 times or anything and I still can't remember who opens the door.
There's really no time.
Anyway, let us continue. Last time we escaped Nova Prospect. And... bollocks, I shouldn't have jumped. I jumped too early. Oh well. Last time we escaped Nova Prospect. And now we are heading to the Citadel. We're going to make our way through City 17 to the Citadel, which is right there, the big ass building. Dog needs to hurry up. Okay, he's a really bad shot, that guy. So he's going to ram him instead. Anyway, so Dog's not... I don't think Dog's used as much as he should be. He kind of just tears through absolutely everything. I mean, I guess it makes for good set pieces and the like, but, you know. I'd kind of prefer if he was used more, just like in general combat. And maybe we'll get that in 3, but I doubt it. I mean, I'd imagine he'd weigh the helicopter down a considerable amount, so probably not, but it'd be possible. Anyway, we're going to get out of here before this thing comes and crushes us. Fucking hell, that was a lot closer than I actually expected it to. Anyway, yeah, like I say, we're going to get out of here before we get crushed. Anyway, so this is something I like. It's we're coming back through areas we've already been. There's the G-Man again. Somehow I got lost. There was like there were 2 corridors and I got lost. Anyway, as I say, yeah, we're on the last quarter of the game now. Let's take these down. Where's the other one gone? They got him. So I do like the returning to previous sections. It's pretty strong. I forget what the trope's called. The trope's called something like that's it. I know what it's called. It's called revisiting the past, and it's really strong, especially if you've had emotional attachment to a place before. Where's the guy? He's up there. 2 of them. So, funny enough, this guy can actually kill you if you don't pay attention, and you're on low enough health. Which is amusing to me, because imagine dropping a box and you kill the saviour of the human race.
I'll stay here. You got it.
Anyway, so we've got a squad now.
Good call, Doc.
And we just have to order these guys around.
Come on, everybody.
Because that door won't open. It's something I found out, that door won't open until you order your squad around. And I remember sitting there for quite some time before realising that I was actually supposed to do something.
Watch out for the hoppers, they're everywhere.
Yep, there's quite a lot of them.
Don't waste the hoppers, Dr. Freeman. We can use them against the Combine.
I'm not wasting them.
If you can get those hoppers up without setting them off, you can plant them wherever you want them.
We sure can. Anyway, so the hoppers, not a massive fan of these things. For the most part, they're a bit of a pain in the arse. Oh, sugar! I somehow blocked her. There's Dr. Breen again. Anyway, yeah. So we're heading back through Citadel 17. Citadel 17? City 17. Excuse me, lad. And we'll be fighting our way. Shit. Fighting our way. So now the Striders are an interesting enemy. I don't know if this is the case, but I have a strong sneaking suspicion that they were inspired by War of the Worlds. Simply War of the Worlds was, if you haven't seen it, or you're unaware, or you've only seen the terrible Tom Cruise movie. War of the Worlds was quite an interesting thing. It was a story and a radio play, and the people listening to the radio play didn't realise it wasn't real, so it ended up causing mass panic, and people were freaking out, thinking aliens had actually invaded, and that's so funny. But I don't know how you mistake a story for a live news feed. But it was very funny, and it's a really good listen. It's by H.G. Wells, and it's definitely something worth listening to if you're the type. It's actually got. I'm not really a fan of music or musicals, but it's got some good musical numbers in there. But it's basically a story of how aliens from Mars invade. It's always Mars. Aliens from Mars invade and basically threaten to wipe out the human race, as it were. And really, I can't really do it justice, but it's an absolutely fantastic thing to listen to if you can get the original version of it. They did make a movie in about, I don't know when it was. It must have been. Well, I actually don't know when the original movie was made, but the original movie was very sort of B-movie. They didn't have really a great budget or great technology, so the tripods aren't actually tripods in that film. They're sort of like these floating discs of a sort. I can't really describe the shape, but they kind of just float. And they're not tripods. They have no legs whatsoever. just because I guess budget and technological constraints wouldn't allow them to do such a thing.
Guessed it would be you.
But yeah, no, it's definitely worth picking up if you get the chance, or listening to it somewhere. I'm sure it's online somewhere if you so wish to get it that way. But it's definitely up there as CPs. So interestingly enough, we're back to fighting CPs again. I guess because they were always stationed in City 17. But they have been upgraded with SMGs now, and they're not as much of a pushover.
You better reload.
They do try and hold their own now, as opposed to... Are you serious? They do try to hold their own now, as opposed to just being like taken down instantly. Sometimes I'm amazed that I even forget where to go. Just go through. Oh, you're a fat slag. Sometimes you can squeeze through. Other times you have to go through the building. If you're quick enough, you can squeeze through. Shit. I thought I could get past that without having it detect me. But I can't. Someone's shooting me. Anyway, I do really like these street fights. I think it's one of the more interesting concepts. Street fighting in general, as opposed to, you know, fighting on, you know, plains or desert or the like. Because there's, you know, just I say natural buildings aren't natural exactly, but you know, there's a lot of natural cover, so to speak. You know, you can hide behind a car or some masonry.
Take this med kit.
Don't need to. Already at full health. So I also like this area because I always refer to it as a Scooby-Doo hallway because of, well, basically there's doors on either side. And again, I don't think that was intentional. I think it was just a case. But it does always remind me of Scooby-Doo, when the gang and the villain of the week would always just run through all the doors. It was always very comical. So you. Those guys came out of nowhere. But yeah, the civil protection aren't very smart. It's also bollocks. It's also very weird how they still basically plan to defend City 17, because initially they're just humans that you know, sided with the Combine because obviously they didn't want to be pushed around or whatever. That was bad. Let's try that again. That one's still kind of standing, so it might actually fire up. Oh, come on. Really? Come on, you slag. Oh my god, this is madness. Come on, just fall over. Thank fuck for that. So, is this guy still active? Yes, it is. There we go. Okay, so I lost nearly my entire squad there because that thing wouldn't fall over. So, I mean, the squad doesn't matter too much because they do kind of tend to get in the way somewhat. They do make for good distractions if you want to send them out ahead. There's a sniper section. We're trying to meet up with Barney at the moment. There we go. They just happen to all Come on. That is something I always enjoy. Unfortunately, these guys are no problem anymore. Not with the gravity gun, you just pick them up, throw them against the wall or the floor. Noisy individuals, noisy individuals. So again, manhack's not any real threat. Just pick them up, slam them against the wall, and as long as you're fast enough, they can't hurt anybody. I do like the design of manhacks, basically flying chainsaws. It's a very interesting concept. It's a strider. But yeah, it's weird that the CPs would even still defend City 17 at this point. There's really not much left. I mean, there's even less later on. It is indeed. You can tell by my orange suit. So unfortunately, all my teammates have died. I'm going to use this pulse rifle. And I guess they had enough of the CPs messing up because I've just sent in the combined soldiers again. Where'd that guy go? Nearly lost him. Yep, just hurry up, mate. That would be good. See, what would be nice if you had a teammate that was helping you, you know, on the guns and whatnot. That would be nice. I don't think they can actually use guns. Alex is programmed to use one at one point in. Thank God. Episode 1, she's programmed to use one for like a brief section in episode 1, but that's about it really.
Stand back! It's gonna blow!
That's locked.
That door's locked from the other side, Dr. Freeman. Maybe you can find a way around.
In we go. Into this cesspit.
Nasty. Good thing you got that suit.
Yeah, so I don't really like this section. You're obviously supposed to be. You're also supposed to move. Bollocks. You're obviously supposed to move a lot slower than you do. But honestly, when it comes to these fiddly sections, I much rather just prefer to bollocks. To just rush through because you know, I'm more myself. I'm more likely to take. Fuck me, I can't get onto anything. I'm more likely to take damage from slowly moving around. So I just rush through, especially with all the zombies that would sneak up on you and the like. Come on, you fat bastard. So you got to open this door, let this guy through. He's not too much of a. I mean, you don't have to, but you know, you might as well, I suppose.
Open the door. See, you made it through okay. Figured you would.
Yep, it's all fine and dandy. Oh shit! Yeah, the shells.
You're not leaving without me.
So the shells are also a very interesting concept. But the Combine just captured the head crabs, or some head crabs. Maybe they breed them, which is not something you actually really want to think about. I mean, they're parasites, so I don't know how they would breed. But again, it's not something I want to think about. I'm sure someone has, and I'm sure there's images. And I'm sure if I took 5 seconds to look, I'd find them. But it's not something I actually want to see, personally. But yeah, the Combine breed the the head crabs and use them as biological weapons. And that's basically what happened to Ravenholm. The Combine shelled the shit out of that town, and all that's left is one mad scientist. He's not a mad scientist, mad priest. One mad priest, and basically he's in the... Oh shit! So you can actually save that guy, although it is very hard to do. I've tried saving him many times, and whilst not impossible, good throw, dipshit. Whilst it is very hard to do, it's not impossible. Although again, you don't actually really get anything out of it. So it's weird that the Combine would use just the standard. You can actually be killed by that if you stand too close to the ledge. So it's weird that the Combine would use just the standard SMGs as opposed to, you know, their weapons that they've got. I'm not sure why that is. And also, oh god, that's a lot more than I had anticipated. I think there's 5, wasn't there, in total? 4. There we go.
Take this med kit.
Come on. I love that. Oh shit! I knew there was a fast zombie around here somewhere. I can never remember where he is though. Because one jumps out of excuse me, lads. One jumps out of the on fire. That's where it is. That one I remember. Cock. What a waste of ammo. And again, another fucking head crab. Where's that coming from? Okay, yeah, so now they're back to using their standard. Jeez, I'm being slaughtered here. Bollocks. Let's take care of that guy. Take care of him. Is there a medic? We still have a medic. Can you heal me? Right, lad.
Take this med kit.
Thanks, boy. Another head crab. They're kind of a bit surrounded by head crabs as well. Luckily, they've got helmets and... Bollocks, come on. Luckily, they've got helmets. Or lucky for them, I should say. Grenade right next to me. HP. Shit. So lad. Jesus, where are you all coming from? Any more for any more? You a prick. God, these guys are swarming like flies. I didn't remember them being this many in this one section. I remember there being like bollocks. I remember there being a handful of them, but they're really everywhere. There's one behind me, isn't there? You a prick. There's one more. He kind of got away. Are you in there? I didn't see which way he went. Let's throw a grenade in and see if that flushes him out. Oh, he was in there. He reacted. Yep, there he is. I couldn't let him live. I couldn't let him live. He had to die. Where did he go? We're running low on ammo, so we might have to switch over to a better gun. Although there may... I can't remember if there's any more ammo boxes for this gun. Let's see, where do we go? This way. Fast head crab somewhere. I always forget that. I always forget. I know there's more than one fast head crab in this area, but I always forget. Always forget where. There's another one roaming around somewhere else. Let's deal with those guys because I don't want to deal with them solo. Let's see what we got. Not you, not you. Here we go. Luckily you can suck them through the grate. Anyway, so Barney should be up ahead somewhere. I'm pretty sure we're close to him now. Barney's pinned down by snipers. Okay, let's just let these turrets take out. Okay, no, we're I've actually gone way farther ahead than I thought I was.
Feeling I'd find you.
We still got to take out.
I've got Dr. Kleiner in a safe spot. Now we can join up with Barney.
I thought I was further along than I actually am.
I'm hoping to find information about generator locations.
At this point, we've got to
Let's go.
disable power to the sector, which I would think. Then again, I guess the Combine have all the power. So I was going to say I think that I would have thought that taking out power would be a bad thing for everybody, but I guess seeing as the Combine have most of the power anyway, that it's going to be put everyone on a level playing field as such. Luckily they're nice enough to keep wall charges around. I mean, there's a reason for that. It's the Combine use them for their power armor, which is why they can take so many shots.
Well, we're in luck. There's a generator in the square outside. We're trying to disable as many as we can to loosen the Combine's grip on this sector. It'll take me a few minutes to expose the core, then I'll need you to hit it with a burst from the gravity gun. In the meantime, watch my back.
We were looking to join you, Dr. Freeman.
Oh look, people that just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, so interestingly enough, if you leave one of the Combine rifles lying around, your teammates will actually pick them up, which is a really nice thing. It's nice that they can upgrade their weapons if you let them. If you don't let them, then they can't, obviously.
Excuse me.
Don't say excuse me and then walk.
Hurry.
Who saw us? Oh, this one CP.
You better reload.
And somewhere there's a manhack.
As soon as the generator's down, I'll open that gate and get out of here. It's a standard panel. Come on.
Anyway, so we've got to hold off Alex for her to get this generator down. And it's a very shiny generator. Unfortunately, we're sort of in a T-junction here, so we're going to be attacked from both sides in a pincer movement. Now we need to obviously just paying attention as to where they land. We'll be fine. I need a drink. So we're getting ever closer to the Citadel. Now the reason the Citadel is so tall is so you can see it throughout the entire game, and that's a great idea, and it really gives you something to focus on. You know where you're going. We know our final goal is the Citadel, and we know we're slowly making our way over to that area, and it's a really nice bit of visual narrative design that I truly appreciate. That you can slowly see this is still getting ever larger. But yeah, no, let's get back to street fighting. Jesus. Street fighting was a big part of World War II. Well, it was a part of World War II, I should say. Maybe it's not safe to say it's a big part, but it was definitely a part of it. Specifically in the the streets of France and in the later days of war, Germany. There goes the external shield, so we've still got one more to wait for. Two more to wait for, even. So it does take quite some time, this section. I'm being kind of overrun at this point. So what I should have done, or the common sense thing to do, would be to set up the mines to take care of some of the guys at that, right at the start, but I always find it more hassle than it's worth, if we're being completely honest. Again, I don't really care for the hoppers too much. As far as mines go, I've seen better mines in games. Come on. Shit, I did not realise how low on health I was. Can you please give me some? So at some point they're sending Combine elites. Hopefully these guys can just hold them off just whilst I recharge my suit power.
Take this man.
Shit. That guy's got a little bit too close for comfort.
Here, patch yourself up.
Okay, it's almost down. Just need Alex to hurry up. I'm running out of options here. Come on, Alex, move your ass. We're starting to get really surrounded. Holy shit, we're actually getting. Oh, thank God for that. Let's get out of here. That was just in time. It's never been so close before. Come on.
Okay, Barney should be on the far side of that.
Yeah, that's never been so close before. Holy shit.
There used to be a bridge here. Let me see if I can scout a new path.
Well, I guess I'm relying primarily on my shotgun and pistol then for this time. We're just going to go off ahead. Oh no, I've got some SMG rounds. Unfortunately, this is the sewer chapter of the game. Although, technically, we already had a sewer chapter, so I guess this is sewer chapter part 2. Part DOS. Part Uno. Oh, that guy tried to get me. And so did these guys. I don't know, I've never no-clipped up there, but I have a strong feeling that it's just a small white room. Bollocks. I'm curious as to find out what's up there, since I've never done it before. But now's not the time. I just broke my legs. More CPs. So this actually worked for me the very first time I tried it. It was a case of just dropping a grenade over, because there was a barricade on the other side, but obviously that's not the intent. But yeah, no, I just got lucky the very first time I threw a grenade over there, the very first time I played, and it happened to blow off the barricade. Oh, I'm just gonna balls. Ah, there's too many to ignore. It'd just be better if I went for it. God, these guys are a pain in the arse. Fuck. I flopped. I messed that one up. So there's a couple of little secrets in here, in this little wall, which I suppose would be kind of worth me getting. And there's a poison headcrab zombie right there, so we're just going to cock it. I was going to say, we're going to leave before he attacks us, but that was obviously not the case. Holy shit, I did not realise that was a thing. Oh, there's a guy shooting at me. You're cocked. Okay, I've just jumped around the wrong side. Let us move onwards. So it's if this there's no way I can actually move those, is there? No, they're actually stuck in place because of the cutscene. Not the cutscene, the scripted event, so to speak. But if I think I might be quick enough, I could. Yeah, if I was quick enough, I could have moved that out. Bollocks. If I was quick enough, I could have moved that out of the way and kept the integrity of the bridge intact. Like that. As opposed to destroying the bridge entirely. Which does make it a pain. Bollocks. Which does make it a pain in the arse to get back up. You're a faggot. Okay, these guys are going to be a real pain in the arse, so I'm just going to take them out with a crossbow, because having them juke back left and right is a bit of a pain in the arse to shoot them with the SMG. The SMG is the least accurate gun in this game anyway, but more? Any more? I can hear somebody's chatter. Somebody's, there we go. Who now? Yeah, so this thing is so inaccurate at long range. Short range it's not too bad, but let's get rid of these. Speed the platform up. So I really don't like how much this platform moves and shakes about. It feels incredibly unsafe. Look at it. And frankly, I don't know who designed it in the real world, but it makes me uncomfortable. Just how much it shakes and the like. Shit. Just how much it shakes around makes me very uncomfortable, because it feels like it's going to drop at any second. Okay, so now we've got the Combine elites are starting to join the fight more often now. But the Combine elites don't actually take too much of a precedent. I don't think that's what I actually wanted to say. They're not too prevalent. Prevalent? I don't know. I'm trying to use fancy words and then it's all falling apart. The point is they're not used as much as they should be. You would think that once the enemy realises the Citadel is you know, in serious danger, you would think they would send the best troops out straight away and not keep using the the standard soldiers. Then again, there might be a severe reduction in the number they've got. Let's go down one. So I remember I used to hate this area because I could never figure out where to go initially, and I would just be shot from all sides while I was trying to figure out where to go, and it was a massive pain in the ass for me back in the day. There are still sections of this game where I get lost in, primarily the last section, or you know, the second to last section, where you've got to get to the White Horse. Okay, so this is the sniper section. Now, luckily, you can use your teammates. I mean, it's not very heroic of you, admittedly, but luckily you can use your teammates as a form of distraction. So I might be able to juke this guy. Nope. It was too good for me. Usually you have teammates, and you can send them to their death. Basically, I can tell that person to go over there.
He was going for a cache of grenades, but I doubt he can get to them now.
Yeah.
Go on, Dr. Freeman.
You first.
Dr. Freeman, I'm coming with you.
Blimey, head crab out of nowhere.
Anything you say, Doc.
There you go. So he'll focus on her first because he was the first person he saw, which does make for the fact that you can basically just sacrifice your teammates to get through an area unharmed for the most part. Blood everywhere. And there's a fast zombie somewhere that I can... right behind me.
Help me! We thought we'd be safer down here. Little we know the place is infested.
God, I hate those bastards. So this is the last three snipers. I'm gonna stand up. These are the last three snipers. Oh, come on, really? These are the last three snipers, and if you got the first two earlier on.
Over here! Over here!
Then you can you'll get the achievement for counter sniper, which is to kill all the snipers in the game. I'm fucking stuck.
Take out these snipers, would you?
Ah, what do you think I'm trying to do? I got stuck on a bit of wall. Now I've got to go back through it again. Oh, that was a nice dodge by me, if I do say so myself. How about you give me 2 seconds? You could easily call... Oh my god, are you serious? There we go.
Alright, thanks, Gordon. Now let's clear out of here.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds, Jesus. Take these guys down. Otherwise that guy won't move. There's a poison head crab somewhere. I have no idea who or where he's shooting at. Where did he go? Is he still firing at that head crab? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know where that. Well, there's a head crab in that corner, weighing approximately 8 pounds. Who is he? Who is he shooting at? Wow, Jesus. Okay. It took his time, but he finally got 1 kill. Good for him. Oh, what you... Oh, my bad. I took the wrong turning. That's my fault this time. Let's deal with these bastards.
My civil protection status still gives me limited clearance. Did you hear a cat just now? That damn thing haunts me.
So I didn't bring this up last time, but the cat, just before, right at the start of the game, right when you go through the teleportation sequence, Barney mentions that Barney mentions about a cat during the teleportation sequence, and Alex says, "What cat?" and nobody responds to that. Now, originally, there was actually going to be a response to that, but Valve cut it. I guess they thought it might have been a bit too much, or bollocks. Thanks. Valve cut it. They might have thought it might have been a bit too much, or maybe just change it for decency reasons, or I don't know the exact reasoning. I imagine it was for that reason. They thought it was a bit too much. But basically, this when they first started. Whilst he's doing that, I'm going to take a drink. Anyway, yeah. So the cat, they use a cat. They use a cat for their teleportation experiment to see if the teleporter is working. And what happens is the cat actually gets turned inside out. And that was cut from the game, so it kind of looks like nobody pays any attention to Alex as opposed to actually giving a response. But yeah, that's why Barney has nightmares about a cat because of basically, you know, they turned a cat inside out through a teleportation experiment, which I guess would be incredibly shocking. And God knows what that would look like. It would be, well, it's probably best not to imagine it. But, you know. The point is, it's just a line that was never introduced into the game. Or it was cut from the game, I should say. There's a lot of dialogue like that. Valve writes a lot of dialogue that does get cut. And I'm sure that's the same with every game. But there was in Portal 2, famously. I don't know why I say famously, because I'm sure not everybody knows it. In Portal 2. Damn it! If I'd been quick enough and I didn't have to reload, I could have freed that guy. So I'm not going to take. Does everybody? Oh no, he's already got a gun now. Yeah, so these guys can actually pick up guns from this section. If you don't take them all. Luckily he found one on the floor, so it's fine. Portal 2 had a scene where Cave Johnson forced Caroline to become a robot, and Caroline was basically screaming no over and over again because obviously she didn't want it. And both the voice actor for Caroline and Cave Johnson, decided they didn't want to voice that line because it sounded too rapey. It had rapey undertones, which is a little bit weird. It's a bit of a weird thing to come up with, because I don't really see. I mean, outside of someone saying no, they don't want it, which, you know, I've said no to a lot of things. I've never. The point is, I think it's a silly reason to cut it, but if both people refuse to voice it, you kind of stuffed, aren't you? You kind of don't really have any choice. So that was a line they cut.
Great. I'll open this up.
So navigating this section can be a massive pain in the arse because of how big it looks, and also because your teammates like to make it a bit of a pain in the arse. Shit, really? Fuck's sake. Oh, come on. Yeah, navigating this section can be a bit of a pain in the arse, especially just the way everything looks. So what you can do, I can actually just sit here, and eventually, once the turrets can't find anybody, yeah, as I said, they will reset. Now my teammates will just rush through because they're absolute idiots, and they will just stand there. So you have to be quite quick, otherwise they'll be cut down rather quickly, as it were. There's another guy you can save in here if you happen to see them. Where's Barney? If I don't take all the guns, they will be able to pick these up.
Dr. Freeman, wait. We'll come with you. Fine.
So that medic might actually pick up a gun. So I'm going to tell everyone to wait here.
Hold down this spot.
Actually, I should actually tell them to wait inside. Yeah, there we go. He's picked it up now. He's found a weapon. It's just bollocks. There we go. And you've got to give these a punt with the gravity gun. Oh, Jesus. And yes, so we've got to go through the Citadel. I keep calling it the Citadel. It's not a Citadel, it's the Town Hall or something. I think it was a Town Hall prior. But anyway, so we've got to go through this area. And we kind of need to knock out the 3 generators. Now this area can look overwhelming because it's so big, but you are pretty much guided down one path at a time. I'm going to tell my teammates to wait here because it'll be incredibly easy for them to mess this up. I mean, it's easy enough. Jesus, it's easy enough for me to mess it up. I can't even speak, so what chance do I have of moving my body in such a way? Let's see. Pipe. So we've got to get over to there where that light is, as is the classic level design trick. There we go. Perfection. So now my teammates can come. And we'll get this generator. And as you can see, the final one is across the way there. But like I say, you're kind of guided down a single path. You don't really get much choice where to go. He's about to throw a grenade. You don't get much choice as where to go exactly. Oh, not very smart of him. I'm not a fan of corridor fighting, I will say. Can't go that way. Around this side then. So if you rush up too far ahead, Barney can be trapped outside this room. I'm going to send my teammates in first. I wonder actually, could I tell them to go all the way out without triggering anything? Okay, well they can come on, Barney. They can take care of that side for a little bit anyway. Can I see them on the? Yeah, I can see them on the little. Once the screen stops shaking, of course. I can see them out there fighting. So hopefully they'll be able to do something, and not just. Okay, no, he just instantly died. I was kind of hoping for them to be able to do something. No matter. No matter. Usually Jesus. Something blew off and I wasn't paying attention. Usually I don't have anybody else surviving at this point anyway, so having 2 people alive. Okay, no, they're all gone. Okay, I don't have much time. I don't know what old times he's talking about, but, well, unless he means Black Mesa, but you obviously never fight. I know, I'm doing that. You obviously never fight at Black Mesa together. You both fight at Black Mesa. So that's probably what he's referring to. What do you think I'm doing? They are coming through that door as well. Cool. God, noisy individuals everywhere. Cool, not a problem. Now we have to head to the roof. So at this point we've got free reign of the... Oh god, I need to start using a better gun, I think. I need to start paying attention to my ammo, evidently. I should stick to the... Where's the... Apparently it's right next to me, and I couldn't see it. There we go. Shit. Not you, not you. Not you. Yeah, I'm trying not to die here. You'll have to excuse me for 2 seconds. Please, if you don't mind.
Wait, we'll come with you.
Excellent.
We need to let reinforcements come through from every possible direction. If any more citizens come through, I'll send them up to find you. See you when I see you, Gordon.
So, off we go. Thanks for punching me in the face. Anyway, we're heading up onto the roof. Now this is a nice little section. That thing's not a fan of being shot, evidently. Behind me. So he is. So yeah, both the dropships and the Striders are synthetic. That's not really working too well, is it? I was kind of hoping for better than that, but didn't quite work out. Don't Don't know why these. Oh, actually, no, I do know why that is the case. Because we disabled the power. So unfortunately, we've got to take on another 2 gunships here. Come on, you bastard. So it's best to stay by the ammo crate, because that way you can just keep refueling when you fire a rocket off. As long as you open the box, then you can get an ammo pickup from anywhere. So I could just rush away and I'd still get the ammo. We've got another guy somewhere. Where is he? Someone's firing. Up where? Somehow I just hit somebody. Where is it? I can't see the gunship anywhere. There's supposed to be another gunship somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe my memory's worse than I thought it was. But yeah, no, I could have sworn there was more. Got a couple of grenades. I could have sworn there was more than just the one. Please don't stand in front of me. That guy took quite a lot of damage, surprisingly. I guess oh Jesus. The Combine Elites can take quite a bit of punishment. Holy shit, how many of these guys are there? Surely not anymore. Thank you. So I think the medkits are on a cooldown timer, because they seem to be able to heal you at any point. Whereas with the original Half-Life, it was only once you got to a certain amount of health that they would heal you. On this, I think it can be basically any amount of health, but you do have a cooldown timer on when they'll fire. That's the teammate. Thank you. Now I suggest you guys move, because you're about to get squashed. And if you don't move, you will get squashed. So the Striders in this game are a massive pain in the arse. And hopefully he's seen me. Annoyingly enough. I guess most likely because he could see me through the vent, but Striders are a real pain in the arse in this game. They will try to impale you if you get too close to their feet, which can do a lot of damage. Now we need to sort of try and sneak past them just until we can get some more rockets, which luckily there was some in here. So we've got to take down a couple of these Striders, because obviously they're tearing things up. Oh, and me up, apparently. But yeah, we don't have much in the way of luck. We need to quickly rush off ahead and try and get some of these guys. Now luckily the Striders can't actually dodge like the... Please move. Like the... whatchamacallits can, the gunships. They do take quite a bit of punishment though. For fuck's sake. Compared to the gunships can take, depending on the difficulty you're playing on, 3 to 4 to 5 rockets. 3 to 5 rockets, where the Striders, they take a considerable more amount of damage than that, and their guns are incredibly powerful as well. They've got some really heavy firepower on these giant walking tanks. We want to deal with them as quickly as possible, just because... Oh, cock. Okay, well that guy's had enough of me. He's firing at me now. Unfortunately, none of my teammates... Last time I had a teammate that made it through with a bollocks. With a rocket launcher. We don't seem to... I don't seem to have that luxury now. There he is. So yeah, I want to take this guy out as quickly as possible, but unfortunately this is not making it easy for me. Oh, come off it. He's really not making it easy for me. Oh good, I got kicked by the Strider. Well, I don't really expect to live past this, but whatever. Well, at least this guy made it this time. Well, you know you could fire on the guys, right? Don't run out. I'll wait for him to pass. Lovely. He decided to stand right by the open window. And I decided to fire into a tree. Oh, come on. This is getting really silly now. Right, that's one of them. Now we've got to deal with the other one. So if I can get across the street. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Excellent. Please move. So this bunker isn't entirely safe. You can use it for a bit. But once the guy realises where you are, it doesn't last very long. He will use his big cannon on this area, and I don't think hitting him in the leg does any damage. I'm not. There we go. Well, that was lucky. So I've got a short time now before more Striders turn up, and I really want to move because. Here we go. Here comes another Strider. So I can't blow those doors open myself, unfortunately. But luckily they can. And I can't see shit. Come on lads, go down. There's one. Let's try and take this guy out as well. That scrub, he ducked. What a cheeky scrub. So hopefully we can get... I don't like how close that guy's gotten. Come on. There we go. Excellent. So we've taken care of that, and now these guys have opened up their little... So you can hide in here, and it's quite easy to see where the seam is, where they will blow open this wall. This wall gets blown open, and this one here, as you can see, the seams on this are quite easy to see, as you can see. Very, very easy to see where the holes that would be blown open are, and that's something that developers got better with as time went on. They managed to hide the seams of things. It's kind of like old cartoons. Tom and Jerry was one of them, where you could tell what was going to be animated and what wasn't, because everything looked completely different. You could see what was in the background and what was in the foreground just by how they looked. I guess it was an old animating trick, I suppose. I suppose it was easier to draw the background first, and then just draw, the animated objects or the objects you were going to animate on top of that background. So we're going to rush our arse off because they're not going to give us much chance to run away. And again, the Striders really do some damage to you. I'm pretty sure there's a... running out of ammo for that. What else we got? Yeah, the Striders will not give you a chance. So you have to make yourself a chance. You have to make yourself your own chance. Whatever. You have to get away from a Strider as quickly as possible because these guys will cut you down in an instant, as I demonstrated earlier with my absolutely terrible playing. I'm going to deal with this scanner. These scanners, because they're now sending in more. Holy hell, how many of these guys are coming? So oh my god, and another one. I've got a feeling these guys are infinite because they just keep coming. They keep sending in another one. But I'm getting battery packs from them, so that's fine. All the merrier, I suppose. Let's see if I can make it. Just about. Let's just get out of this area before anything else happens. Anyway, we're about to go into the Citadel.
Dr. Freeman, it's a mess out there. This close to the Citadel, they've turned the streets over to Striders. I think we can push them back if we can just get to high ground. We're almost to the Citadel wall, Doc. I don't know how the hell we're gonna breach it, but you've made it this far. I'm sure you'll think of something.
I like his little cheeky smile. So yeah, this is the section where I used to get lost in. You want to get to that horse, and for the longest time I had no idea what horse he was talking about because it's kind of off in the distance and, you know, I'm focusing down here. But eventually I saw the horse. It took me a long ass time to find the horse, but when I found the horse I was very happy. But yeah, this whole area is a massive complex of destroyed buildings and ruins, and it's incredibly bollocks. That was a misfire. It's quite a pain to get there, especially as you can see the Strider's not really giving me a fucking chance. Can you come over here, please? No. God damn it. I kind of wanted him to come over here to heal me. Fuck you. Oh, damn it. So close, so close. If that guy had made it... I'll tell you what, why don't you guys stay here? Yeah. That would be good of you, if you could do that. Because then I can come back and heal up. Well, I think that's everybody. Can you heal me again, please? There we go. So that should be enough. I'm just going to rush across the street just to see if there was any supplies, but there isn't. So hopefully those guys will distract the Strider long enough for me to make my escape. It's probably not the most heroic thing to do, but I do need to get out of this area. Okay, I think I'm the only one left alive by the looks of things. Blimey, that guy did not like that car, did he? I'm trying to run past him. Unfortunately, he noticed me at the last second there, but I was able to get away unscathed. So yeah, unfortunately at this... That was way too high. Unfortunately at this section, I'm going to start using... Please move. Shit. Well, so much for those guys. Wow, that grenade went flying. So at this point I'm just going to start to use all my power weapons because past this point you... Bollocks. Past this point you don't really get a chance to. There's no real... There's no real... fuck's sake. Shit. Oh, come on. Okay, well I've got 2 health. There's still guys out there. I'm stuck in this corner now, waiting. Fuck. He came around way too fast. Oh, from back here? Are you serious? Sometimes I hate the checkpoints in this game. Please move. So I don't have time to play silly bollocks. Keep still, please. Right, yeah, unfortunately, the checkpoint set me back quite a bit, which is annoying. Maybe I'll just push through these guys instead of fighting them, because fighting them didn't get me anywhere, did it? Not until I move up, at least. They did seem to keep respawning. Or maybe there was just more than I had realised, and unfortunately in that case so in a second a strider will come over, which it has, and shit. Holy hell, I got catapulted a considerable distance away. Let's try that one again. So yeah, I wasn't actually expecting that guy... Okay, you can't get up there. I wasn't expecting that guy to do... to shoot there first. I was expecting a different location to be blown up first, but he obviously... Holy shit! I'm being bounced and bombed and pulled and all over the show. Yeah, so usually he destroys one of these walls down here. Unfortunately, we've got Combine everywhere, and they're making it a real pain in my arse. Holy shit, how many of these guys are there? Oh, come on, this is getting a little bit ridiculous now. Come on, guys, come over here. Yeah, I've got a feeling these guys are just respawning. Because there's frankly an insane amount of guys. There we go. They opened the way for me, which is rather nice of them. Yeah, my teammates aren't exactly the smartest of. They aren't exactly the smartest. God, the elite guys are a real pain in the arse. In fact, everybody here's a pain in the arse. So I'm just going to push. I'm just going to try and push through as hard as possible. I'm not going to worry too much about killing every single individual. Mostly because I believe that once I push through, my teammates will catch up to me anyway. And basically, we just need to deal with these striders and this gunship as well. So I think I might try and deal with the gunship first when I can. Then again, the strider will. The strider won't actually dodge my attacks, so I could take the strider down and then deal with the gunship. Wherever the gunship is, I can't actually see it anywhere. Frankly, we're just being bombed from every possible direction. Bollocks. I need to get over there really, but again, we're being really quite attacked quite ferociously. Thank you very much. So yeah, like I say, we don't actually have where is he? Come on, just go down. Holy shit! Yeah, like I say, they're taking in fact an insane amount of rockets to bring down. There we go. The horse, yeah. So we want to very slowly but quickly, because these guys aren't giving us much of a chance. Get down here. So dog is absolutely mental. Oh shit. So where did the dog actually come from? Probably one of those buildings there, I would imagine. Because you can't actually go anywhere else.
I figured Alex wouldn't want him getting any deeper in trouble, but hell, you try stopping him.
Anyway, we're at the gates to the Citadel. And I actually have more of this game to go than I realised. I didn't realise. I thought it was going to be less than an hour. I thought it was going to be like 40 minutes or so.
Well, I'll be damned. I think he wants you to go through, Gordon. You better hurry. And if you see Dr. Bree, tell him I said.
Anyway, we're in the end game now, and this does a really good job of showing you how. Oh, there was a head crab that just killed itself. I don't blame it. Imagine being stuck down here for days as a head crab, because I don't believe the head crabs have any real intelligence. They're pretty much all instinctual. You know, the Vortigaunts obviously have intelligence, but I think actually the Vortigaunts were the only ones with any real intelligence. I don't imagine bull squids or hound eyes would have that great an intellect. Who else is there? Bull squid, barnacles. Barnacles obviously don't. They're kind of just there. So we get to go on a nice little ride now, providing you pick the right seat. And at the moment there's not much to do except for sit and watch. But yeah, I don't imagine headcrabs having much in the way of intelligence. The only one that would have had any real intelligence is the Vortigaunts and the Nihilanth, obviously, because he was actually capable of speech. Then again, so the Vortigaunts, they just didn't speak English in the, so yeah, like I say, the Vortigaunts are the only real ones. But yeah, this is a nice little. Unfortunately, you do kind of clip into the old I don't know, the bracket, the brace, whatever you want to call it. But it does show you how big this citadel really is. So those little things there are called stalkers. And they're unfortunately what happens to you if you're captured by the Combine and you kind of refuse to help them. They basically chop your arms and legs off. And it's really quite a grim fate, to be perfectly honest. It's rather disgusting. And it's unclear if they know who they are, or if their brains are just, you know, completely fried. I believe it's their brains are completely fried, simply because I feel like the Combine wouldn't use anaesthetic. I feel like they would just cut your arms and legs off and you know, burn them, or, you know, cauterize the wounds or whatever. I don't believe the Combine have any mercy whatsoever. Some people, as you can see, these guys were human, and I guess they just decided they wanted to, because there's different levels of joining the Combine, really. You could go for the whole modification thing, which is what the Combine soldiers have gone through. They were human, but no doubt they've gone through some form of mind, I don't know, not mind wipe, but, you know, some form of modification to their general being. You've got the, what else have you got? You've got the CPs, the Civil Protection, which are basically just humans, but they've been given a stun baton and a mask, and they're basically still human, except for obviously the mental side. They might, you know, they're willing to betray their race. So they, other than that, they're entirely human. And like Barney, for example, and who'dcallit, the Stalkers, which are basically if you refuse to help the Combine at all, at which point your arms and legs are cut off. So the Combine inadvertently supercharge your gun and your suit.
I wish I could say this was a pleasant surprise, but it's not a surprise.
Which does give you does give the gun incredible powers. Unfortunately, it does vaporize every other weapon. But you kind of don't really need it. I would like to play through the game with this gun, and there's a console command that you can use that will basically give you the same effects, and that would be quite cool. That's an idea. That's an idea. That would be quite cool to do. So luckily you can play Skittles with the Skittles bowling. You can play bowling with the combined troopers that you do pick up, and it will knock out every other combined trooper. So it's unclear whether they're dead or they're just knocked out. I mean, the sheer amount of power that's fired.
Your mentors are partly to blame, of course. My disappointment in Eli Vance and Isaac Kleiner is far greater than my sorrow over your unfortunate choice of career path. In a way, I suppose you could not have done otherwise. Who knows what seems of iconoclastic you planted when you were young. But while they certainly share a great part of the responsibility for the least trouble, it is you alone who have chosen to act with such willful disregard for humanity's future.
Yeah, I got lost in what I was saying for a second then. Yeah, the sheer amount of power behind this gun, especially being ripped, you know, you might actually break their spines or something from the force alone. This lift sure is taking its time. It sure is taking its sweet ass time. Anyway, this is unfortunately a very slow lift. I know it's supposed to give it the game tension, but I just don't like slow lifts in games. I would prefer a much faster, quicker lift. Not to mention, this is in the middle of the Citadel. Surely this should be the most advanced tech. And this lift actually moves a lot slower than pretty much every other lift in the game. Now again, I know it's for combat reasons, so you can have this scene where you fight off waves and waves of enemies, but... Oh, there he goes. But it's just kind of boring. At least I pretty much find it to be boring. You let guys fire on you until you get in range. And then you just kill them instantly. Almost there. Almost there.
Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly?
So, if you... there's an achievement for vaporizing your enemies in this field, which I can't remember if it's 5 or 10. I feel like it was 5, but it could be 10. But that's a very simple and easy one to get. You just throw them into the field here. Having said that they scream when they get vaporized, it makes me think they were actually just knocked out from the force of the gun. Like that. So they must... But then again, if they were knocked out, they probably wouldn't be able to vocalize any pain, unless the pain was so severe that it instantly woke them up, which is possible, I suppose. I've woken up from severe pain in the past.
I have laid the foundation for humanity's survival.
This part I don't like very much. Having to fight the Strider with energy pellets, massive pain in the arse, truth be told. And I really wish I didn't have to. Leave me alone, please. Come on, you bastard. What's going on? There we go. Yeah. Fighting the Strider with energy balls is a terrible idea, personally. It's an awful... Fireballs at the Strider until it stops moving, stops dodging shots. There we are. Not a fan of that one. Not a fan of that part. Is it really worth it? And we get to go for an even longer ride this time. And this is basically the ride to the end of the game. Like I say, this has actually taken me longer to do than I had initially anticipated. Like I say, I thought there was only like 30 or 40 minutes left. I didn't realise there was going to be so much more left of this game to get through.